this video, top 5 golf simulator considerations. Let's get started. Hey everybody, welcome back to Golf Test Dummy, the channel where I use my game to help your game. And today, like I said, we're talking about the top 5 unknown considerations that I think you should think about before making a purchase like I've done here with the Garmin Approach R10. This is just based on my experience, what I've seen of other simulators, watching simulator videos, using other people's expensive simulators, and now using my own here in the man cave, aka the lab, aka my garage. So let's get started with number 1. I've got the old course at St. Andrews pulled up on Home Tee Hero. We're on hole number 1. This is a par 4. I've got a 5-iron in hand. All right, no warm up. Let's see what we get. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Maybe I should have taken a few minutes to limber up. That's off to the right and short. Okay, so these are in no particular order, but I do have one at the end that I really want you to think about, so stick around and check out number 5. But let's start off with number 1. The best product and the best value are not necessarily the same thing. So everybody understands that if you pay for quality, you get quality. And that's fantastic, because if you can afford to buy the best and you've got that kind of cash, that's awesome. But even if you can afford the very best, that doesn't always mean that you're getting the best value. For instance, I've seen tons of videos where people are eating $1,000 pancakes for $1,000. Now you can't tell me that there's any set of pancakes in the world that's worth $1,000. I would much rather go down to Waffle House or Pancake House, something like that. What, like $1.99, $2.99? That's value. The Garmin Approach R10 that I have, for just under $600, you get the system itself, a limited version of E6 Connect, which is a very realistic software program. You get 5 holes and a practice range, and included for free. The yearly membership to E6 Connect alone by itself is $350 annually. 5 courses for free versus 17 courses for a recurring fee of $350 every year. To me, it's a no-brainer. The value is definitely in the free version. And you get access to Home Tee Hero, which I know a lot of people say that the graphics are kind of cartoony, whatever, but for $9.99 a month or $99 per year, which I think is what, about $8 a month, you get over 42,000 courses. You can play any course from around the world that you want to play, and it's just as fun. There you go. We're back out in the saddle, in the fairway at St. Andrews. Okay, that brings us to number 2. In many cases, the simulator itself is not necessarily the most expensive item. Everybody knows about GC Quad, TrackMan, SkyTrack now, the Garmin Approach R10, the Meebo Plus, all of them, and they all have varying prices, and a lot of those can be extremely pricey. Even the SkyTrack, which is considered to be really affordable, and it is the lowest price optical device that I've been able to find. I was considering getting that before I got this, and it was going to be about $2,000 for the unit itself, and then you have a software suite that you have to purchase with it. There's a protective case that comes along with it that you have to buy. Not to mention the fact that you're supposed to buy a really nice crisp white heating screen like I mentioned in the very first video. You've got to have an entire support structure to either hold that up, brace it, have it freestanding, hanging from the ceiling, shank guards. You got to have mats. This mat here I got for free. Somebody was giving it away. But even some of the smaller, let's say 5x5 driving range mats, when you look at those that are decent quality that'll hold up, you're talking about a $500 expense right there. Projector, you need wiring, you need all this other stuff to go along with it. At the end of the day, if you add up everything other than just the simulator itself is not necessarily the highest cost. And that's not even bringing up the fact that if you have somebody design and build and install it, it goes way up in price for that as well. Get left, baby. Oh, it's going to be in the second ring. That'll give me a 2-putt from there. I think this was a par 4 that should be just a nice little bogey for me. Not bad on the first hole at St. Andrews. All right, that brings us to number 3 on this list, which is, what do you want to get out of this simulator? What is it exactly that you want from it? Have you asked yourself that question? We're just going to hit 6-iron off this tee and play it safe. So what do I mean by what do you want to get out of the simulator? A lot of people would say that that's a stupid question, but to me, I ask myself the question, do I want this to replace real golf? Do I want to use this to enhance my practice and become a better player? Am I just looking for this to be some kind of a toy for me and my kids to enjoy? And is it going to be a fad? Am I going to stick with it, or is it just going to start collecting dust after a few months? Draw in there, draw in there. Oh, I didn't really get much distance out of that one. 170 with a 6-iron. But you know, I didn't catch it that great. So what do I mean by that? It's a really simple question. It's just something that you need to ask yourself when you're considering it. What do you want out of it? I mean, if you're talking about one of the top systems that's a high dollar optical system and you want to measure every last detail, you really take your game seriously. But for somebody like me who's a weekend golfer, I don't have to have everything be exactly, precisely on the money with this. You need to ask yourself these questions before you make a purchase and you drop $18,000 or $600. That came out low. That came out really low. I didn't catch all of it, but that brings us to number 4. Number 4, I kind of alluded to it earlier. Are you going to tackle this whole thing yourself? Are you going to pick every component and make sure that they're all compatible, build your own frames, choose some sort of a cheaper screen as I did, figure out something else for a mat like a rug to really save some money, or are you going to put it in the hands of professionals who have created an entire package and everything is compatible, it all goes together in a neat little box and then it comes out and then they actually set it up and install it for you? That is a big time consideration because you're talking a huge leap in cost right there. 35 yards left. Try and save par here if I can get it in the inner ring. 35 yards. Certainly I've got that yardage. Right there. Get in the hole. Oh, man, I left it a little short. Finally, number 5, since I just made a 5. Number 5. This one I consider to be a big one. Any simulator. This one all the way up to a GC Quad, even an OptiShot. Stop comparing simulators to real golf. I don't care what anybody says. The best simulator experience will never be real golf. You will never have real weather. You're not going to simulate the lies on every single shot, the pitches and the slopes that you're on. You're not going to have that pressure of standing out in front of an entire gallery of people or being out on a tee box that can be seen from the clubhouse. The atmosphere, the environment, it's never going to be exactly like real golf. It can be simulated very well, and with the more expensive machines, surely you can get a really immersive experience. So don't even bother comparing it. It's like trying to compare a real authentic Italian pizza to Domino's. Golf simulators are a golf-inspired product. Just like Domino's or Pizza Hut is a pizza-inspired food item. It ain't real, it ain't authentic, it's good, but it'll never be like the real thing. All right, real quick to close it out, I'll hit one last shot. Top to 300, 128 yards in front of me, left it in the rough, didn't even make the fairway. You know that last thing I said about it not being real golf? Maybe I'm wrong, because that is just like real golf. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Click like down below if you did. Be sure to subscribe. More content coming up. I appreciate all the support you guys have given me, and I will see you in the next video.